Hey everyone, welcome to a special episode of Friendimension. We're doing another thing a little different this week. You know, in previous episodes, we've been kind of changing it up in previous episodes. There was an episode we played Uno. There's an episode we fucked around with an RC car. There's one I read Star Wars stories, kind of lull everyone to sleep.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, everyone, I hear the feedback on that was that they wish we went harder.
Meaner.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I
look
felt
forward
bad.
to more.
I felt bad that I was.
Yeah, but I just got open.
Friend.
I just got a free pass.
That's not what I read. Rocco Fan 21 posted that they actually thought you should have just let me read it.
So
sorry.
Get ready for more because I can't wait to.
You're reading a story
rip
today,
on the
Rocco?
next story.
Well, today I'm not reading shit.
Fuck.
I actually found something kind of fun, and I just wanted to go through it. That's it. Just it's not really an unboxing, but I just thought this was cute. I found something cute, and we got a couple fans of the series here.
Definitely.
Sean has always told me his favorite movie was Back to the Future.
That's true.
You're Zemeckis head.
You are Zemeckis.
I don't know if I'm a Zemeckis head. I will say my favorite film of all time is Back to the Future.
Yeah. Didn't you? What was that last movie you put out? Welcome to Margaret.
I have
Is he having some type of episode? Sean?
Rocco is?
No, it was Steve Carell, and then he's like a soldier, and he has toy soldiers. What was that?
What?
Welcome to
whatever that
Dead
was.
House? What was
there was a podcast I listened that was about that.
What?
How did they do that?
Well, because it's a real story.
Oh, it was an actual story? The guy playing with fucking toys?
Yeah.
Small soldiers? I mean,
this guy had this is, forgive me, I don't know what podcast, there's a time when I was listening to a lot of podcasts. I think it was This American Life.
Yeah.
And I believe it was a guy who went through some PTSD thing.
That's what it was.
And then started.
So that was the real story.
Again, this is me the real story also is me trying to recall, and I don't know if I'm right.
Yeah.
But then I thought he just made this town up and then made it so accurate, painstakingly accurate, because that's how he coped with the shit of being in war or something.
Welcome to Marwin.
Marwin.
That's the name of the movie. And so that must have been about the town. I haven't seen it, so I'm just guessing.
I haven't seen it either. I just heard the podcast years ago, and I enjoyed that episod, not realizing that it would be a Zemeckis film.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it bombed so bad he has yet to return with another thing. But we're going to talk about Back to the Future. What it is that I found, I thought this was a great concept. This is Back to the Future Time Travel Memories.
Oh.
I randomly saw this on a website, and it was like, what is this? A box of shit? What is it? And all it is I think that they should do this for every big series or whatever, it's just a box of trinkets from that universe.
Oh.
All in character, all completely in universe.
Almost like props from the film.
Yeah, it's meant to be like, hey, here's some keepsakes from that universe or whatever. So I'm going to open it up.
What are you supposed to do with this stuff? Do you
display it,
Fuck around.
frame it?
Already, I'm excited.
It's like, there's stuff to display. There's
starting
stuff
off the bat. I saw a glimpse of that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's meant to be like a gift set, for somebody who they might be a fan of Back to the Future or whatever.
Oh,
as soon as you open it, the license plate.
And that's like that's like license plate.
That's a legit thing. That's not like some little,
people in jail made that.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
So that's right there. So there's a letter. Off your phone, please.
I'm sorry. My landlord's calling me.
Very specific.
My fucking landlord's calling me, and now I'm stressed. I don't know what's going on.
I thought that would be the most dick move.
What does he want? Oh, no.
I knew it had to be something bad for you to dart to it during the thing.
It was like, oh, not him. Oh, my God.
Not again.
I don't think they'll kick you out if they can't kick you out that fast.
Yeah, you need some notice.
But
what do you got there?
As soon as you open it, other than the license plate, there is a letter from Marty McFly, and it's a letter to Dave and Linda, brother and sister? Is that his brother and sister?
Yeah.
I believe.
I think I was saying David Lindelof for a second, but you said David and Linda.
No, and not Richard and Linda either. All you Twin Peaks nuts, don't worry about them. Don't worry about that, Sean. It's a little letter to them about hey, I left a little time capsule, so to speak, of stuff from all my travels through time and stuff like that. And it's just a little letter asking how they're doing. And so again, this whole thing is in character. He's like, I put little packages together from 1885, 1955, 2015.
Oh, this spans all 3 films.
So this is the one thing in the box not from Universe. They're just making this part up.
Well,
That's fun.
this is meant to canonize what's in the box.
Interesting.
Again, they didn't need to do this, but I think that's cute. I think that's
cute.
like a cool, a nice touch. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's that.
I think already I would put the out of time license plate on my wall in my garage or something. That seems like something fun.
Totally.
To do.
I'll put it on my truck. Do crimes.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
Right.
Like, oh my god, it was Doc Brown who committed all these crimes.
Yeah. So then he's got a photo of him and his brother and sister.
Oh, that's the
but
photo.
It's lenticular.
Shut up.
Where
That's sick.
they vanish as you move it.
Oh my
Erased
god.
from existence. That's beautiful.
My God, it'll be beautiful. No, that's him as Judge Doom.
So what was his sister's name? Lori?
Linda.
Got that Mickey Mouse sweater on.
And if I recall correctly, I remember actors who worked on Back to the Future said she was a really underrated comedic actress. She didn't get to really do much in those movies. But then I think she died either not long after the movies or not long ago.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure, but she had I think she kind of died young.
Oh no.
Another one lost to the Hollywood machine.
There it is.
That yes.
So these are all lumped together really cool. I thought this was just really well done. Shopping bag from Twin Pines Mall.
Okay.
And he even wrote on it in Sharpie, 1985.
Okay, so fun fact, that's before it became Lone Pine Mall. So
Yeah.
You know.
That's old. This is before.
Before he did, I mean, he caused that.
And it makes sense because he has, he's got paperwork saved.
Okay,
the clock tower.
now let me ask you a question, Rocco.
Yeah.
The back, does it have, if it's a real fan thing,
yeah.
on the back should be Jennifer's number in pen.
Yeah, but the way that they print it, it wouldn't make sense to have 2 styles of printing. There's the number right there.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Now
Guys.
we're talking.
Got you, Sean.
And I've got a special treat.
He's sold.
We're going to call her.
Oh,
yeah.
555.
it's a fake number.
The amount
Siri, call
The amount of girls that have given me a 555 number.
Oh.
Let me tell you.
That's
ridiculous.
cool, though.
Isn't that great? That's,
So
really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
No area code?
They nailed it. They knew they had to nail that.
Dude,
So,
Rocco, I'm gonna copy that piece of paper, and so I can have this myself. I'm gonna do that.
It was not going to be on blue paper, though.
I'll find a piece of
not
blue
legal.
paper.
it's
Probably
illegal
against.
to do.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
shoot.
against the
Okay,
rules.
sorry.
I will say this. One thing that is tricky with movie paraphernalia like this is they have to include copyright info. So it's hard sometimes, and they try their best in this package, but at the bottom of his letter, Universal Studios, whatever. But I will say to their credit, they try in this package to weave it into the in-character stuff.
Okay.
To where on the newspaper, it's just in the newspaper info at the top. So
That-
it looks like it should be there.
Whoa,
You know what I mean?
That's pretty smart.
That is smart.
Yeah,
It's just in the paragraph of text.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of slapping
technically-
it on the bottom of Marty McFly's picture or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got that. You got the I haven't taken this out of plastic. Save the clock tower
that
button.
the lady wears. Yeah.
So that's really cool.
I'm
and then
excited
you've
to see what they got.
other stuff in here. I love they've got buttons for Mayor Goldie Wilson's
Oh my god!
campaign.
Yeah.
Mayoral
Oh,
campaign.
okay.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
I like the sound of that.
This one I don't really know about, and maybe you.
Oh shit. Let's see.
A pin for Art in Revolution.
Art and Revolution.
What the?
Is that
fuck?
the gym where all the ladies
I
are
do see them working out.
jazzercising?
They're working out.
Oh.
That just sounds like the name of an 80s
Art
jazzercise
in
gym.
Revolution.
Art in Revolution. Because was it a biking?
Yeah,
Was
they
it
were
like a
all
Soul
working
Cycle?
out, and he's waving at him, holding on to the back. Was it
Art
that?
I'm gonna find out.
That is a deep cut, if that's what it's from.
Well, which I love that it's there. Back to the Future.
If you put this on a hat, not one person would know what that was.
Art in Revolution, yeah. I'm trying to think if they were all on some type of bike or if they were just
No,
doing
they were-
like
no, they were like-
stair-stepper.
It's a button Marty had on his jacket.
Oh.
And
It's a band.
And it was let's see.
Maybe it's his band in high school. Remember he did the talent show?
It was an art exhibit about freedom of artistic expression in the USSR. It was like the oppressive kind of stuff happening in Russia, there were artists doing like, hey, we're gonna make art like against all this kind of thing, and from what I understand. And so that was like an art, like a thing that was happening at the time, an art movement at the time. Yeah, and Marty McFly wore it on his jacket.
Oh my God, he does, right?
That's directly from his jacket. Isn't that crazy?
Whoa,
that's a deep fucking cut.
I mean, if I don't know what it is, I've seen Back to the Future no less than 150 times.
Yeah,
probably. So many times I've seen this movie.
Wow,
that's crazy. Anyway. Well, here you go. That's cool.
Yeah, we were way off.
Way off on that.
That's wild.
But I don't think those were bad guesses. I don't know what else Okay, now this I think is pretty cool. Those are clearly all from 1985.
Yeah.
But don't forget, there's a wrong version of 1985 as well.
Bad 1985.
You got a poker chip. Where's that from?
Is that from Biff Tannen's
Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise.
Oh,
and you got Biff on all the chips.
Biff, you fucker.
That I will say, I am on record as a Back to the Future 2 nut. I love all three. Fuck it.
The future was fun though.
The future is fun. It's silly, but it's fun. But my favorite part of the movie is the messed up. That's when that movie gets real. Is like, okay, it'd be easy for them to just dick around in the future. When it hits the alternate 1985, like, hey, you can't just fuck around. You ruined everything. That was when, as a kid, when I saw that for the first time, I was like, this movie fucking rips.
Now, bold statement.
Yeah.
2 is my least favorite of the 3.
Really? I knew you didn't like it as much as 1.
Yeah.
But less than 3?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I
really?
And I think a lot of it is the Biff stuff.
Really?
And it really, and again, it's part of the movie, and it's not like it's a
bummer.
It's like, this sucks. I hate it. The future stuff, for the record, is half cool and half terrible.
Yeah. Biff made his mom get those big fake knockers.
Well, it was just all gross to me.
That was freaking me out as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's alternate 1980.
When the movie goes back to the 50s, I'm all the way back in.
Yeah. Actually, I should correct myself. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're messing, like, that was being messed with the whole time and they didn't even know. That
was awesome.
Blew my mind as a kid.
Occupying the same space as the original movie is like no other movie's ever fucking done this.
Right. That was sick. But yeah, I did not like the Biff stuff, and I did not like when you're in Marty's house and like and Michael J. Fox is playing his daughter and all this. Yeah. It was just too bonkers.
Oh, you didn't like the future shit and Flea was nails?
That was fine.
Awesome.
I said half the future stuff is cool. Like Flea is nails, but when it got to his house and it's like him being fired and all that stuff, I was like, I get you have to cause like a problem here.
Yeah.
But I don't like this.
This is an argument that we've had in the past, because my argument, you've always told me that since I've known you, is him playing like his whole family and all that, whatever. For me, I didn't actually really see Back to the Future, I think, until high school, all the way through. I saw maybe the first one as a kid. But in high school, I saw all three. And for me, seeing them all kind of at once, him playing the whole family didn't seem that weird to me, because they like all the adults were like, in the first movie, they were like, they were all in old makeup. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, seeing it all back to back, it's like, yeah, each movie has some dumb thing where they play a different, you know what I mean? Yeah. In context, it wasn't that weird to me. But I think in other movies, it might have bothered me, if that makes sense. So I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But
so weird that they wouldn't pay Crispin Glover to come back.
Yes, they had him upside down.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, though, it's like, this is weird.
It's definitely not the piece of art like the first movie was. And so I fully agree with that. It's the classic thing. There's a lot of series where the second one goes like fucking way nerdier down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And it isn't the classic the first one is, but as a nerd fan of the movie, I like them doing that. This is how I feel about fucking Matrix Reloaded. This is how I feel about there's other sequels that do this too. And it's like, yo, you're never going to be the standalone masterpiece the first one is, but as a fan, I'm like digging this like journey kind of thing. So two is my favorite of the trilogy because it goes that far. But I love all three. I really do. So this is from, we got Hill Valley High School, 1955.
Oh shit. Is there an enchantment under the sea flyer or dance flyer or some shit.
I'm
Gotta
seeing
be.
all
There's
kinds
gotta
of
be.
stuff. This is a big packet. This is one of the
This
most
is what I want to see. Yeah.
The
That's
only
great.
thing I will say, I think they did a great job with all this, but some of them, the sizes are like, what?
'Cause
Like,
that's
why? This is a flyer. Why is it
Yeah.
that? I don't
Well, that's
get-
a replica, I think, of like the poster that would be on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you would just think like, yeah, make that a little bigger.
Yeah.
Can I see that? I would love to blow this up and just have this be a poster in my
Hey.
garage again.
You know what? I know a guy at Kinko's. We'll all slip him $5 and
Yeah.
we'll go in on Christmas
Hell yeah.
and he can make the
Hey, I've said
photocopy
this
for us.
before, and I'll say it again, but I'll say it right here as well. When I was a kid, my drama teacher was the actor who played Marvin Berry, Mr. Waters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mr. Waters is the guy who hurt his hand and whatever. That's so when he first came out when I was a kid, I was like, this guy looks familiar. I couldn't figure it out, and that was like the first time I was like starstruck when he was
Yeah.
like, "You may know me. I was in the movie Back to the Future. I don't know if you guys have seen that." And I was just like,
You may know me. I was one of the reefer addicts.
"Yeah."
Do you
you
know
go.
what that
About that.
meant when
Here you go, Rocco.
they call the musicians all smoking a joint in their car? I didn't know they were smoking a joint.
There is
and
a
I didn't
lot-
understand like what reefer addicts like.
Well,
we don't want to mess with no reefer addicts. I was like, what is that?
A lot
mean?
of these like throwaway lines are like really hit like the racism part of like the 50s.
of the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they get called like spook and like
Oh,
all these
yeah,
terrible
yeah.
things, and it's like
They kind of, that
that went so over my head as a kid, and now as an adult, it's like, oh my god, like I mean, but those people would have said that back then. Like I,
Yeah.
you know, but that I remember being shocked as an adult watching it, being like, I didn't.
Oh, that
pick
was in
up
there,
on
yeah.
any of this.
Right.
Yeah. That's
Even
interesting.
I think the reefer addict thing was
Same
another.
thing,
That's
like-
another thing of them being like,
kind of thinly veiled.
Yeah, I
like,
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, so there's the flyer. We have little sketch mocked up of the flux capacitor.
Doc Brown.
Wow, that's an original.
Yeah, so that's
That's
you're
in
looking at that.
Sharpie.
This might be my favorite deep cut item in here because they just executed it so well. It's just straight up a bookmark of George McFly's new book, A Match Made in
They
Space.
showed those.
It's got the artwork
Damn.
and just what a great that's like
Yeah.
that
Whoa.
looks like legit promo material.
And that's the back of the book is that picture of him.
Well, I think
Yeah.
they showed those bookmarks when he unpacks all his new books and everything.
Oh,
Do they
really?
show this?
I feel like that was.
I can't
there.
remember.
I
But I
don't
know
know.
that photo's on the back of the
That-
Oh, that's where it is. Maybe the
The
photos.
photos
on
on
the
the
back.
back, yeah.
But anyway, they nailed it on
That's
that. They
so
did a great
sick.
job. Okay, so there's that. Doc Brown's business card.
Oh, he's got a
That's
business
cool.
card.
What's his business card?
Yeah, what is his like?
Doc Brown Enterprises 24-hour scientific services.
Scientific. He's not an engineer or a tech. He offers scientific.
Where does he have his
services.
money? Do we know where Doc Brown gets his money from?
I thought there was people watching this. Maybe I thought there was a deleted scene or something where it was like he had
It
inherited
seemed like
great wealth.
he came from money.
Because he's in a mansion when they visit him.
They
in the
even
50s.
take the Brown estate,
Yeah.
making me think that like he didn't get. He's just like, yeah, I just was given this house.
Yeah. Although I feel like I've read theories where with his time thing,
He made himself.
he got that money from himself or something like that.
I mean, he was
But
back
that-
in the 1800s. So
Yeah.
maybe.
True.
But then there was a whole thing where he didn't want to do that. He didn't feel right doing that. But maybe inadvertently, as he says, was it at the end of the
Third
first
one?
movie? I believe he says, "I figured, what the hell." So maybe he did.
Yeah,
breaks
maybe
some
he
rules.
went back to Old West times, gave his great great grandfather like a shitload of gold, and said, "Hey, invest in this whenever it comes to
Yeah.
time," and then he'll let the rest happen.
Could be.
But then it's like that always happened.
Yeah.
Oh, you're hurting my head now, dude.
It's like I mean that's where his money always came from. He
When
had
you
to
get
have
into
done
time
it.
stuff, this is the kind of thing you
Sorry.
deal with.
Sorry.
No, but speaking of what the hell, here's some stationery from Lou's Cafe.
That's
He stuffs
the
this
letter.
into Doc's pocket. Do
Oh.
not open until 1985.
What does it
And
say?
it's got-
Oh my God.
Doc rips it up.
It's not
remember?
taped together. There's no way, right?
Oh yeah, because he did
He rips
open
it.
it.
No,
up
it's
and-
not. Okay.
No, it is
This
not
is
taped
pre-ripped.
together.
Because that would be crazy.
On the night that I go back in time at 1:30 a.m., you will be shot by terrorists. Please take whatever precautions are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster.
From
You
Libya. Where were they?
I love how terrible disaster. That's so this movie. It's so funny because as a kid, it's just the most like fun adventure movie.
Yeah.
And then it's like, the racism stuff, and it's like, oh, his plan was to sexually assault his mom in a car to have George. Like all these like really dark things are in this movie.
It's darker than you kind of leads
but
on.
like you just don't think about like how heavy it is.
This I love the paper stock they used for this.
Oh,
It's a tardy slip.
and it's like a receipt,
It's
like
actually
thin.
that-
And it's not. Yeah, it's actually on that kind of like exposure
copy.
carbon copy, whatever.
Is
paper.
it for Calvin Klein?
It is for it's for Marty McFly.
Skinner
Oh,
gave it to
actually,
him.
this might belong in the 85 bag. I think this might have been sorted wrong.
Okay.
But it just reason sent to this office. Any guesses?
Too damn loud.
Slacker. He's a slacker.
Late to class.
Slacker.
Yeah.
Good one.
All caps. Slacker.
Good
So
one.
I'll set that aside. That might want to file that different.
When Skinner's in the future with a shotgun on his porch,
Yeah.
that's a moment of two that I loved.
Yeah,
it was
me
like,
too.
oh hell, this guy's even
Again, it was
ready.
just like shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
I love that they kind of do almost like a faded exposure here of George
sepia.
and I'm blanking on
Lorraine.
Lorraine.
It's like of the time, yeah. It
yeah,
developed that
it's
way.
not like vivid, It's
No.
a little bit like the color is a little bit blasted. Same
Looks
with
like
that.
an old
That's
Owen
just a
Mills
picture of her.
photo.
Yeah, that's like a photo you would give to people to put in your folder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they
High
did a
school.
really good job with that. Her daughter is Zoe Deutsch, I think is her name, and she's in a lot of big movies. I think she's really going to be a star.
Yeah, she's
I'm
not
gonna,
dating.
I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna check out some of her
Check
films.
out
She doesn't
her
have to date a
filmography.
space duck.
Yeah, I might want to check out her filmography. That'll be funnier later. Okay, Loose Cafe. Let's see. Oh,
menu?
menu.
Oh, how much?
menu on
I
there?
would does it prices?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. What's a hamburger run you?
What do you think? 1955.
1955. A burger.
I mean, fuck. I'm so out of it. It's like I would want to say like
85 cents.
40 cents.
Well, think pre-COVID, so $10.
yeah, right.
40 cents. You're saying?
I don't know.
Well-
Jeez, Sean, you are shell shocked by the pandemic. 40 cents? You pay that much for a burger? 25 cents, dude?
25
burger.
cents. That is fucking nuts. Can you imagine you just find a quarter on the ground? That's a whole different ball game.
Ooh, if you want a bacon burger though, that's 35.
35.
Sorry.
Crazy.
Fried ham was 40 cents. That was the good stuff.
I only eat them
There's a steak
steamed.
on that menu?
Yes.
$7 steak.
$7 steak. How much do you think?
$1.50 for a steak.
It's a
well
good
done.
steak.
You
at
guys, are you
least.
guys going to like Ruth's Chris
Oh,
every night?
shit.
Oh.
65 cents.
65 cents for a steak?
That's
For
shoe
steak.
leather. I ain't eating that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's really good. Fries 20 cents. Milkshake 15 cents. This guy's going to go out of business.
Yeah, that's a terrible plan.
Lou's Cafe menu. Hill Valley downtown map. Just a
Oh.
map of downtown.
That's
there.
cool. They mapped it out for you.
From the visitor center.
So that's kind of cool. There's that. And then advertising Hill Valley, the best place. This is kind of like 1955 visitor's guide. And it gives you, it's promo artwork for like the Lion Estates that
Oh, they're building those.
Wow.
Yeah,
This
live in
is
the home of
cool.
tomorrow today.
So they're
You know.
selling the new construction that they're building in that
I wish
cul-de-sac.
they,
Yeah.
they touch on at the house that we're starting that. That'd be interesting.
Oh, let's see how much. I don't know if I want to know.
Oh God, what a house in Hill Valley would run you? Where is?
1955.
Are they in like Central California?
They never say where they're.
Marty
Hill Valley
seems
is.
pretty hip, but he's not in like. He's not in L.A. That's not like.
And Hill
that's not
Valley
that-
also becomes like, it's Old West Town.
But they're not in
area.
Texas. There's
no,
pine
no,
trees.
no.
Yeah.
They're not in
I
Texas.
put them in like northeast California.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It just says California.
It to
and
me, it would
much
it would be like
I mean, the license plate is from California,
It'd be
so we
like
know Doc and everyone are there.
L.A. like east.
Like east of San Francisco,
You think?
where there's some woods, there's some pine trees. There was some prospecting going
That's
on in
true,
the
there
Old
was, like,
West.
farms and stuff.
There's mines
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
But it's a nice, quiet town in the 80s. Kids are hip. They're skateboarding.
It's funny. I follow this account on Instagram called like History of San Diego.
Yeah.
And it's just like old pictures of San Diego. But it's like, there was one where it's like a Mission Valley Mall, which is like a big mall in the middle of everything here. And it's like them building the mall and it is nothing around
yeah.
it. It's like absolutely nothing. And that was 1960. So it really does show you like,
Well, they were building the mall back then.
yeah,
Wow. I didn't
Yeah.
even know the mall's been around for that long.
yeah, but there's
Wow.
like nothing but farms around
Well,
it.
I know that.
Crazy.
I was just gonna say I've just now come across a shopping bag.
Whoa, that
from
looks
Blast from the Past 2015.
Nice. That's a 2015 item. How
Yes.
funny that it's not in our future anymore. It's in our past.
That's fucked up.
That is
know.
fucked up.
I was gonna say too, going back to our discussion about Back to the Future 1 versus 2 versus
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
I will say this: I love 2. That's my favorite. But
Same.
just like the other sequels that I've mentioned, it is exhausting. Like by the end,
yeah.
like 1 is fun.
Maybe that's what it is.
And 3, but what I like about this trilogy and why I appreciate it all as a whole is that the smart idea they had is that 3 does not try to double down or improve upon or add to
Yes.
the shit they do in 2. The smart thing they did, and some people don't like 3
people
because
hate 3.
yeah, but the reason I like it is because after 2 they go, let's have fun in the Old West.
Let's
like
have
that.
Let's make a cowboy movie.
You know, it's like, let's make the cowboy movie we always wanted to, except one guy knows, a couple guys know what happens in the
going on.
future.
Right.
And that makes it fun to me. It doesn't stand on its own, but it's a trilogy. So, you know, I've always loved the third one. I love them all.
The switcheroo of now it's Doc Brown's love interest.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not
it
Marty
turns the first one
as
on
the
its
main
ear.
character.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost like Doc's movie.
And even like, back in the 50s, he's saying he's Calvin Klein because his underwear says that.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yes.
But I love how it's like, who are you? Clint Eastwood. Like it's something that a kid would say because
Yeah.
they don't know what to say.
And
thinks
I'm
it's
sorry, but one of the funniest gags in any of them is, if you don't face me now, there's going to be a gravestone that says Clint Eastwood is the biggest coward to ever live. That kills me every
Yeah.
time. Anyway. Okay, so I love this marketing material sticker for the Mr. Fusion home reactor. I don't like putting stickers on my car. I kind of want to put that on my car.
That one's cool. Put that where your gas goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got your own Mr.
I'll
Fusion.
start dumping like Zevia in there.
Banana peels.
This is the thing I was hoping would be in here when I saw a 2015 bag.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, that's
I know you're
cool.
kind of whatever on this.
No,
part,
but that's cool detail to
I
have.
just love shit that is from
Yeah.
the universe, and to have a copy of the "You're Fired"
You're
facts
fired.
You're fired.
is really cool. And again, they worked the copyright info into Cusco, division of Universal and Amblin Entertainment. But it's hidden in there.
Yeah.
It's not like on the
Like
bottom.
what they thought a fax would look like in 2015
Yeah.
is still
Oh my
like
God.
shitty 90s fax paper.
It's just
Yeah.
funny how they nailed so many things, and then it's like, yeah, and we're faxing stuff.
Yeah.
If
it
it
did
was
come out of every orifice in that house.
That's
though,
true.
Which is cool.
And if it was set in Japan, they would still be right, because I still know people
Yeah?
who work in Japan that are like, I'm still faxing. Why?
That's crazy.
They're still married to faxing there.
What could
But
this be?
This is Hill Valley again. Just a welcome from Mayor Goldie Wilson Jr. here.
Yes.
And it's a map, obviously holographic 3D, because that's everything in the future is 3D.
Yeah. Look at the big fountain now in front of the clock tower.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Don't go over that
With hoverboards.
No, unless
They
you have,
don't work
unless
on
you-
water.
unless you have power. Yeah, you got it.
marketing for
Hoverboard.
the hoverboard.
Yeah.
It's ripped out of a magazine.
That
Dude,
whoa.
the tear.
Hey, that's cool.
Please show the backside
Oh,
because
fuck.
those are the cool ones.
For all the bad boys.
yeah.
That's Garrett.
You're going
That's
on a pit
Garrett.
bull.
The fucking Land of the Rising Sun flag, that one was so
Yeah.
sick in the movie, and
Yeah.
all I wanted was that. like,
No tech, no how, question mark. And then it's and then it literally markets it. This one has a ripcord, rocket powered hoverboard, works on water. So it actually points out that
it's not that Barbie Mattel shit.
Yeah,
It was a
come on.
His is a Barbie brand.
It is?
Yeah,
I mean, did
yeah,
he steal
Mattel-
from a
it's
girl?
Mattel, yeah.
It's pink. It's Mattel, and he takes it from a little girl, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
This is great. Placemat for Cafe 80s.
Oh,
Welcome
that's
to the Cafe
cool.
80s. Flip it over. They got a retro 80s burger.
What does that cost?
Oh, does it
Does it
say?
say?
Oh, it's like 15.
That'd be sick.
Probably even more.
$15
Remember,
burger.
well, classic line in the second movie, go buy a Pepsi, here's a 50.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one thing they fucking nailed.
Yeah, they got right there.
Coasters for Cafe 80s.
Oh, I like that.
lenticular coasters.
Ooh, those are cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. It's obviously not in here, but at one point they sold, just in the last few years for the anniversary, they sold like glasses and stuff, all Cafe 80s branded, and I got those.
Yeah.
They sold glasses that were Cafe 80s branded and Biff's Pleasure Palace,
Oh, okay.
whatever it was.
That glass comes up through the pneumatic tube in his table, right?
That's the Pepsi does
No,
that.
that's
The new
that's
Pepsi.
the Pepsi.
Oh, it's not in a glass?
Is it new Pepsi? What is it called?
Pepsi Perfect.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Pepsi Perfect.
And what I love is that all that's in the bag, and then don't forget your receipt.
Oh.
They actually have the blue
Plastic.
transparent
That's
receipt.
cool.
Now, what surprises me is they don't, like, the almanac is not in here. Like, you would think that'd be
I have
easy.
that, though.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say is what they did with this package, I give them credit for, they didn't include the things that are always printed. Like, there's a Back to the Future book that came out, and it has that in it. The NECA toy has that. They
Yeah.
didn't, like the USA Today paper, that's already come out.
Yeah.
So they didn't waste time with
I
that. They printed
loved-
the more obscure stuff.
Loved how the USA Today actually had that front page on
Yeah.
the day. Back to the Future Day.
Yeah.
I bought that and framed it. It's in my
Same here.
garage. The only problem is like it's gotten the heat got you a little bit, so
Yeah.
it's kind of staining it.
Authentic.
But I'm thinking maybe it makes it more authentic, where it's like this is
Yeah.
an old newspaper now.
Do you have a Gray's Sports Almanac? You
I
don't have one of
I
those?
don't have one of those. No.
Yeah, they put out a book that was a Back to the Future guide or something that came with print goods in it.
Yeah.
And it had that, and it had like the photo of them from 1885. That's not in here either, but like again, that book included that.
That's with
So,
Doc and the clock
and
tower
Marty,
behind him.
yeah.
So I think if you get that book, you'll have between that and this, you kind of
You
have
got
everything that was
everything.
in there. So I think that's kind of what they were trying to do, is avoid
I
printing
see.
the same
No
thing again.
duplicates.
One of our lovely patrons, it must have been, sent a Gray's Almanac to our PO box years ago.
Oh,
Bunch of props and
yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I have that from there.
Oh man, what did I get? Maybe I missed that day.
Yeah, you were out, but
No, that doesn't
we
seem
didn't
right.
care.
This isn't
you know?
happening.
You say
It's your
goodies
business.
I'm
for
sure I
Derek.
got something.
This last thing is weird because me and the boys at the bank have been wondering about this for the last 75 years. We actually had a bet on if you guys would show up or
I
not.
love that.
This
Me
is
too.
a package from a telegraph from 1885.
That's the end
Western
of 2,
Union,
right?
What's that?
Is that the end of 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, again, seeing that for the first time, another fucking kick in the stomach moment.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the movie's wrapping up. Oh my God, what happened to Doc? And then that guy immediately
Comes out of
That's
nowhere.
what's
It's
great
raining.
you
Yeah.
can do with time stories.
Yeah.
Is for Doc, he spent 75 years trying to get this message to Marty, but in a moment you see it.
Right.
So oh my God, he's gone. Are you Marty McFly? What?
Yeah,
That
that's
was
so
so
good. So good.
awesome.
We'd have a bet. Oh, it's so good. I love these
And
movies.
he shows up in the rain. What has he got? This is from 75 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they're instant messaging each other.
Right.
But because time, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying. Anyway,
gotcha.
I get you.
I love that shit. Anyway, this has a map. There's also the other thing I was hoping would be in here is this is a map of Hill Valley, 1885. There.
Wow.
And what I love is that they didn't have to double side it, but they did. And there's just stains.
Oh, wow.
Like that's it. There's
It's just
nothing
weathered.
else, but yeah, they just wanted to add the authenticity there. But anyway, you see the barber shop, all kinds of stuff. Whatever. I don't know why I singled that out, but you see where everything is. The thing I was hoping would be in there is, and that is, I actually do want to put this up. Is the wanted for Buford Mad Dog Tannen?
That's sick.
Now I don't know if Jason Cryer is going to see this episode, but I'm looking to see if these fonts match the time period.
Yeah.
because I have a feeling he's got some words to say.
Oh,
about
no.
this.
He's like, that's new veranda.
He's the font master,
That
and
didn't come out until
I'm just looking at this, and
1945.
I have not seen that font in things this old, and I bet he's fuming right now.
Yes, that might be a
But I still want to hang that up. So there's that, and then
point of contention with our friend Jason.
yeah, and then
What else
this
you got? Is that
Whoa.
the mine map? Like where the DeLorean was stashed?
I think so.
Dang.
This is big as hell. I've
That's
not
cool.
looked at this.
Huge.
Oh my God.
I loved that part of 3 where there's like
Yeah, it's
the time machine just in a fucking gold mine, like
Yeah, it's
waiting
there that
for them.
long?
It's there forever.
yeah, that's the map to the time machine right there.
That's cool.
They went
You know
all
what's
out with that.
interesting and stupid is that it doesn't really bother me that Michael J. Fox plays his great grandfather.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That
That
for
made
some
sense.
reason doesn't
And he's
bother
Irish.
me as much.
He's got the
I
Irish.
know.
It makes perfect sense. He's an Irish immigrant. He's got that hard accent.
And I'll tell you another thing too, and this is a difference in the way they're portrayed.
Yeah.
Those scenes are sincere in 3.
Yeah.
In 2, they're played like, "Ha, look!"
Yeah,
Like the
that's
clumps.
He's the daughter!
maybe that's what it is.
Whereas in 3, it's just like, "Oh, good to see you there." Hey,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's played like sweetly a little bit, and maybe it's not as annoying to you, maybe to
It
watch
also is weird that his mom is his great. It's just
Yes.
weird.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
But Bob Gale answered that question. Someone asked him that once, like, why these aren't even his relatives or these aren't. Why does the
Mom would be married in at that point.
Yeah,
Only
why
one
does she
side
look
of the
like
family.
his mom in 1985?
Right.
And Bob Gale was like, I have an answer for that. He's like, obviously these movies are silly, but
Inbreeding.
he said over time we find that the men in this family are attracted to a certain type of lady,
There you go.
and she just happens to look
like
like
that.
you know.
That would be genetically
He's
passed
like,
down.
that's just he said that's just the way, you know, history works. Some things
All right.
repeat, some cycles repeat.
That's true.
And then last thing
Ooh.
is a photo of this tombstone.
Is it Clint Eastwood?
Emmett Brown.
Emmett Brown. Okay.
And it goes away.
Oh, because that makes sense. Because that
Yeah, he didn't
the
get
Clint
shot.
Eastwood wasn't there a tombstone with Clint Eastwood's name on it or no?
Not that I.
That was the
were
line.
they were looking to make one, but I thought it was still Doc Brown's.
I thought at one point he looked at it and it said Clint Eastwood. He kept saying like I forget. It's been a while since I saw the third
Yeah,
one.
I can't remember.
True.
But I feel like he was looking at the thing and it's like Emmett Brown, and then like he looked at again and it's like Clint Eastwood, and I don't.
Yeah,
know.
maybe it changes names and then finally it's blank or something like that.
I don't
So-
remember,
I
but
can't
maybe.
remember.
Is there a little like a
Look it up.
microchip made in Japan that they needed to get for the time circuit to work again?
What? What was?
I just remember that from the third movie as being so interesting. Like they need a part of the time circuit is broken, and that microchip wasn't going to be manufactured for
That's
another 100
right.
years or
Yeah,
something. And it's
yeah.
like, yeah, we can't.
It does. Look at. The
Oh, there was-
tombstone
Sean's
for
right.
1 second says Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
okay. Oh,
Because he messed something
I
up.
remember being like, yeah, like Biff's like, I'm gonna fight you then, and then
Yeah.
he looks at it again and says Clint Eastwood, which is way
Yeah.
funnier.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Damn,
Well,
dude,
that's the whole.
that's
package.
a cool. That's cool.
That's
I thought
cool.
this was such a great idea.
Oh,
this
that's in
wasn't
Buzz?
that expensive or anything. I thought this was kind of cool.
It's fun. You're
Yeah.
right. That's fun. It's a cute little thing.
They should do one. It's Universal. Do one for Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
The original thing, and have
Oh.
it be promo material for the park opening. You know what I mean?
Spared
Stuff
no
like that.
expense.
A Mr.
you know.
DNA shirt or some shit.
Yeah, Mr. DNA merch, Jurassic tennis brochure, things like that. I think that would be a cool idea. You could do it for all kinds of stuff. I thought this was a great idea as a gift for someone who likes Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I want to say this is like $50, maybe
That's not
something like
bad.
that. I think as a gift for someone who's a fan of this is well
If
worth.
they did
the
like
trip.
a Home Alone one,
Yeah.
or
Alien trilogy.
Alien,
All the
Wayland
Wayland
Yutani
Yutani. Yeah.
gear and stuff like that. Yeah, or propaganda for them or whatever. Company paychecks, pay stubs, details on the shares, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Sulaco
I think that's a really
specs.
cool idea.
that's fun. Fun times. Hey, this is a different Friendimension, and I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, just wanted to go through it. I figured, talk about Back to the Future,
Love it.
reminisce, go through there.
The movie starts and it's the music cue right off the fucking bat is like, and it's like, oh, this movie rules.
It gets you excited every time.
And they've never tainted that trilogy.
No.
with
Yeah,
a
it's the-
prequel
I was just about
or
to
a
say that-
sequel trilogy.
It's
Yeah.
the only one that has not been fucked with.
Yeah.
Although, when Zemeckis and Bob Gale die,
Yeah.
some interesting things are going to happen.
We know it will, right?
Because everything I've heard behind the scenes has been that Universal makes as much off merch of this movie as
Damn.
fucking Star Wars gets.
Damn.
Maybe
Wow.
not to that level, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's still Universal's like cash cow. These
they-
3 80s movies that, or early
Yeah.
90s, whatever, by the end. But the fact that they could still do that, I don't know. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
It
but
also-
it would not be fun.
It also teaches you something.
They'll just do a straight remake.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll
that's
build.
rough.
I don't think they'll build off of
Yeah.
Emmett and Marty Well, I mean, they will build off Emmett and Marty, but without.
But will they go back? I mean, 30 years from now, 30 years ago, would be what 1992. Like, are they going back to the 90s?
Oh, they changed the period.
They could easily do it back to the 90s movie.
Yeah.
They could.
They could.
But by the time they make this, well, okay, it has to be after those two guys die. So let's say that's in the next decade. Then guess what? This Back to the Future is them going back to the late 90s, early 2000s, which is going to be totally nostalgic by that point.
Yeah.
It is right now.
Yeah, and then guess what? They have to go. Marty has to go stop Meg 64 from ever happening.
Dude, do us all a favor.
Is it going to be Marty and Doc though?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'll
tell you. I wrote the movie in my head just now.
Yeah.
Here's what it will be. Ready?
Yeah.
Someone finds that fucking time machine
You're right.
in that mine like we just talked about and fucks the whole thing up.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you were never supposed to find that. And something along their travels, someone left something and it tipped them off. And they find that. And it's, oh, you messed up the whole thing. We were supposed to do this and you ruined the whole. And they have to undo that.
There's just something, though, about the 50s that is, like, charming. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel
it's
like
sweet and saccharine.
The 90s are not that.
It's going to be kids looking up porn on the internet.
Yeah, they're going to be checking out, like, what Limp Bizkit is and going to Woodstock 99.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be...
Maybe they
I don't think you can. I feel like it's perfect because the 80s to the 50s was such a drastic change that, I mean, I feel like 2022 to 1992 isn't, the internet changed things, but overall, society's not that different.
I think there was a discussion with that kind of thing even in making the original movies because it was always funnier taking modern day stuff into kind of an innocent time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The 50s. You're going with 1985 sensibility to the 50s. You're going to shock them all.
Yeah.
And I think I even saw where they talked about this, where it's like the 2015, you could write whatever you want for that. Yeah, look, it's all bright colors and ew, what is this guy? And then the 1800s, it's innocent and they kind of make all those like goofy with a 1980s guy kind of ruining it.
Yeah,
that's what made it fun. But if you ever remember hearing about this, the second one they were gonna go to the 60s, like late 60s, early 70s, maybe kind of Vietnam, flower power, protesting Vietnam, and I think that was the discussion. It was like that's kind of already a rough time.
Yeah, it's not really fun.
It's not fun to invade that kind of,
Right.
I think that was kind of one of the discussions, and so going into the early 2000s, it would be kind of like. Are they going to stop 9/11?
Yeah, 9/11 happened. Cool. Like, that's not going to be fun.
It's not as innocent as these other goofy time frames.
Oh, cool. We're going to find Saddam Hussein. We're going to invade Iraq. Like, no, who wants to go watch this?
Great Scott, there's a spider hole right there.
Yeah, great Scott. Oh, if you look into that spider hole, you're going to see some serious shit.
It'll happen, but it's not going to be what the original
No, I'm not even, I don't know, who cares?
Yeah.
Leave it alone. The first one.
I hope.
All I was going to say was I have always loved Star Wars. I still call myself a Star Wars fan. The new stuff, whatever. But it's fun. To me, it's fun.
Sure.
It's fun like fucking candy is fun. But Back to the Future is the testament to why scarcity actually makes a series better. Mm-hmm. And with Star Wars, they should have only done one movie every few years. If they wanted to do new stuff.
Yeah.
They should have stuck. That's what made it, is because when those prequels came out, it was, we're getting another Star Wars movie. You know what I mean?
It was such a big
even
deal.
if it wasn't good, it was still I just need another piece of Star Wars. And the fact that when Disney bought it, blasted it out of every orifice, this is a sign that the reverse is maybe better.
Yeah.
From
Back
an
to the
artistic
Future
point.
is still only 3 things. I mean, they've done a game and whatever, but it's selling almost just as much merch. And it's just as exciting because of its scarcity almost. You know what I mean? Like sometimes that's the way to go.
There was a cartoon. There were comics.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it wasn't we don't have part 4, part 5, part 6.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway, so just something to think about. Anyway,
Think about it.
that's all. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Go watch Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Go
watch
watch
all
it.
3. You know what? We're going to watch all 3 on camera right now and give you our commentary.
Get comfy.
No, I'm just fuck that.